Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language
rude.
is happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit. I
it's
know.
A family
I'm
show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements. Some things that might be uncomfortable. Death.
Sex, violence, drug use.
Mm-hmm. Heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that, because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time, and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
And a 1, 2, 3, go! Episode 22 of Baka Bitches. We are talking about Inuyasha.
Hell yeah, we are.
A Wicked Smile, Kikyo's Wandering Soul. For any of you guys who don't know us, we are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Hannah.
Hannah, what are we drinking tonight?
Tonight we are drinking a nice Stella Rosse Moscato, which wasn't alcohol-y enough for us, so we dumped a whole bunch of vodka in it.
That was a trick question. I didn't know if you were going to know since I was the one who did it.
I know. I remembered. I remember. Cool. I am at least on my game when it comes to the alcohol today, because boy, howdy.
Good.
Yeah. Everything else, we'll see how it goes.
Well, we have a lot to talk about, maybe not necessarily about the episode.
Yeah.
I don't feel like very much happened today.
Not too much, other than our gang runs into Kikyo again, really.
In a figment of their imagination.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Some of it, but then they really do be running into her.
It's a weird episode. It was a weird episode where it felt like not a lot happened, but then also simultaneously stuff happened.
Yeah. I guess, like, for us, like, stuff happened, but it didn't feel super important. This episode kind of feels like, okay, they want to kind of tell us, you know, this is how Kikyo is, like, surviving and thriving after being raised from the dead. Which isn't so great.
Sure.
But that's I think the main point for some odd reason, and also to build tension, because obviously the Kagomes really likes the Inuyasha, and Inuyasha still might be kind of pining for the Kikyo. You know?
Yeah, he do be doing that.
Yeah, he's just everywhere, just yelling her name. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like, it must be love.
Well, it's something.
It is something. So we get Well, we first kind of had a preview of last episode happen.
Yeah,
like,
we did a
let's
little
repeat-
recap.
Yeah, which is kind of nice because we're like, oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I forgot about Spiderback.
Yeah, Naraku, baby.
But it happened.
It did. So good. It's fine. So we left off on that and them just being like, okay, we ran into Naraku. He has a spider-shaped scar all up on his back. So, we won't miss him next time he's around because we'll somehow have him stripped naked to see his back. And then we go to current times, which I think we first see Kikyo with some children, and the children are like running around gathering herbs and being like, does this do anything?
What is this? What's this?
Does this do shit?
They're
to
like
heal
from
people?
Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this? That was it.
Yeah, they're just Jack Skellington. And also, pardon for any noise you might hear. My dog is on my lap. She makes noises when she breathes. Sorry.
It was either the dog or me.
I know. She is not a pug or any short-snouted dog.
Neither am I, but here we are.
But here she is, snorting away. Okay.
Okay, bye.
She wants to go. So, run free, Tiny, as she hacks. She's an old lady.
Okay.
Very professional, Suki.
Okay.
Super
Get it
professional.
together for the next episode, girl.
Yeah, like, come on. You are our guest on this show.
She was our first guest.
Yeah, hey.
Really?
Putting that in our baby book.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, she's just gonna
She's
wander
just
down the hall.
meandering off.
Yeah.
There's like nowhere for her to go, which is what's really funny. That she's just like forgotten the 7
just
times she's been over there that she's like, there's nothing here.
She's used to open door policy.
Let me just try that again. Still nothing.
Maybe it'll work this time.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I don't know. She might get frustrated enough where she'll scratch on the door, which for her, like the first time she did that, it scared the shit out of me because my door is like very thin. And so if you just ever like so press on it, like ever so lightly, it'll just like thung, thung, thung. So she was just like ever so gently, but the door was just like thung, thung. And I thought someone was trying to break in my house when I first heard it.
Oh my gosh.
So that was fun. Turns out it's just my dog being demanding. So anyways, back to the anime now that our special guest has left us.
Yeah.
High and dry. So Kikyo is doing her priestess thing, and like these kids are just adoring over her and like so eager to learn about all of these wild herbs and flowers to see if they're helpful for anything.
They're not. Stupid ass cocksuckers. Continue.
Wow, tell me how you really feel about these children.
Fucking hate children.
Wait.
Never really was a child. Just
Yeah,
came out as a
no,
full-grown adult.
A briefcase and pencil skirt.
Anyways.
And
Weird man shows up.
yeah,
With a scroll.
Yeah, monks, 2 monks.
Scroll.
With the scrolly scroll. They were like being real creepers and stalking Kikyo.
As they do.
And they're convinced, like, oh, she's a demon for sure. We must expel her from this world.
Because she seems more powerful than the average person. I presume is why they're thinking that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we can sense extraordinary power from her.
Yeah, power and like maybe the fact that she has technically her soul but not really, so that makes it real confusing for people. So Kikyo is very aware of their presence because they're trying to do like some weird, I don't know, sneak attack, would you say?
I don't know what they're doing.
They're
just being fucking weird.
Yeah, they're just being
fucking weird.
And so they're about ready to do whatever from the shadows.
Yeah.
And Kikyo's just like, doesn't even turn around to look at him. She's just like, more or less, what are you guys doing there? You can come out now. And they're just like, oh, very astute, very astute.
Such dumbasses.
I know. And the older guy, the probably more experienced monk with the teeth.
The one with the teeth. You would know him, you guys, if you watched the episode, because you would only see teeth.
And his teeth also look kind of like a white mustache. It's very weird, but it is what it is.
And that's just where we are.
Yeah, that's
just fine.
That's his aesthetic, and I mean, what can you do back then? You can't do too much.
Can do absolutely nothing.
I mean, with all of the whole demons and powers and magic and stuff, they can't fix teeth there, so go figure. So he's just like, oh, okay, like, you really were aware of our presence. You're very, intuitive or something, kind of being casual and complimentary because there's kids around and you can't just be like, pew, pew, pew.
I mean, I would do that, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, but we also...
I'm not a little
reckless.
vagina, so yeah. Understood.
Not a little vajayjay. And he, quote unquote, drops a scroll in front of Kikyo. And is just like, oh, this very powerful script or whatever that wards off demons and casts evil out. Like, I dropped it. Can you pick that up for me? Thinking like if she touches it, like it's going to expel the demon or whatever. And Kikyo's just like, okay. Rolls up the scroll and hands it to him, and he takes it, and she's just like, yeah, it's so great that we have powerful sutras like this or whatever. And as she's doing that, he grabs it, and like all of this power comes at him. All of these like powerful rays of death like pierce him and start going through his body.
Sexy.
I know. I mean, if only that could happen to me.
Just rays are just piercing you through your
Yeah.
body.
What a way to go.
Well, I mean, it's not terrible.
I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. And everyone around them at this point is like acting casual. The kids don't notice. They're not screaming their eyes out or whatever. So this is just kind of happening in his mind. It's kind of like in his own mind palace this is happening. And he just feels all of this power being transferred kind of negatively to him.
I do hate when that happens.
Same. You gotta get good, my dude.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out what mantras you need to say.
Truth.
But, he didn't. He's not a very good monk, obviously. And he's just like, oh, that was crazy. That was some kind of power. And Kikyo's just like, come on, kids. We're gonna go back to the village. We've collected all of our herbs and we had a fun time. We're good. And so this monk is more convinced, like, okay, we need to excise her from Earth forever. And this little girl of the group is very, very fond of Kikyo. Like, super...
she picks the most flowers for medicinal herbage.
Yeah, she's the goody two-shoes.
Yeah, I was going to say she's the, what do they call that? Teacher's pet?
Yeah, teacher's pet. Yeah, I was trying to think of that too. I was like, what is the word for that?
That's totally it. That's it.
Yeah, she's just like, Kikyo, like, would you stay with us forever? And Kikyo's just contemplative at this point, where it's like, you know, she's thinking, oh, forever. I don't know about that, but maybe I could make it work. So I don't recall her responding necessarily to what's her name, Sayo, something like that.
Yeah.
Sayo,
Mm-hmm.
Sanrio.
Sanrio. Just fucking Hello Kitties over here, like, ni hao. I don't know why Hello Kitty suddenly Chinese, but here you go.
Yeah, that's fine. In the end, it's all the same. Oh, I'm going to get stabbed for that. It's fine. I was just
fine
kidding.
when I say it, because I'm
kidding.
Asian. It doesn't matter what I say.
That's true. You can say it. I can't. I'm sorry. I apologize. I take it back. Kikyo's just like, oh, I could stay in this village forever.
And of course, we know. That's just foreboding here.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen.
No, not when she's being hunted by the most incompetent monks.
That is true. I do hate when that happens.
Same.
Someone who's incompetent just throwing me off my game.
I know. Like, I mean, honestly, that definitely takes the cake.
Right.
I'd be thrown off.
Yeah. So
that's kind of where we leave Kikyo in her, like, ponderous ways, and we get back to the main group: Inuyasha, Miroku, Kikyo, Kagome, Shippo,
the gang,
the whole gang's here
doing their thing. They have now wormed their way into staying with yet another like well-to-do fam.
Yeah, very much
because
so.
I feel like that's just kind of what their game is. Like, they're just always staying at the nicest of nice places of feudal Japan.
I mean, it's all Miroku's doing.
Right, because he's here to, quote-unquote, help. Mm-hmm. Even though he's dropping subtle, not so subtle hints about, like, I hope she has a lot of gold. Like, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
This is it.
I hope, your younger sister's as hot as your older sister.
She must be a fair maiden.
Okay.
Like,
anyways.
Calm down, my dude. He does not. Miroku has no sense of calm.
Yeah, but regardless, he's gonna go help the young princess.
Yeah.
And then alludes to Shippo turning her into a bunny. Because wouldn't that be so cute? I've always just wanted to just sink my teeth in and just
like a wolf that he is.
Oh my god. Is this a show for kids? It is not.
It is anime.
We are here for just the older teens and adults.
Yeah,
for
who
sure.
can be like 8. So like they're there because it's a nice place, and Miroku's just like, yeah, we can hold up and get fed tonight real good. But also there was the reality of the eldest princess had died. Mm-hmm. And there's been a lot of claims that young maidens in the area, whenever they would die, their souls would be taken away.
It's hot.
Which, I mean, like, in my opinion, if you're dead, then what the fuck is your soul doing still, like, swirling around in your body to begin with?
It's looking for an exit, Hannah.
Is it? Because
not everybody's butthole's wide open.
There's at least 3, 5, 6
orifices to come out of.
So many orifices. I mean, you've got nostrils, you've got ear holes, you've got your mouth, you've got, depending on what you've got
more or less
there's
multiple
so
holes
many.
down below.
Like,
In the Nether Yaya region?
More than 3, less than 10 holes that you can go through.
Well, preferably.
You know. I mean, unless you got more, you unique, special snowflake you. Mm-hmm. So they're more or less camping out to watch over this now dead princess, which, like, that's fucking morbid. Cool. I don't know how I would do just chilling in the same room as a dead body to see if their soul would get taken away. I don't know how you feel about that, but...
Well, I'm not a casual, so I'd be like, come here, bitch!
Oh, okay, cool.
Just kidding. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
not.
I don't think I could
I'm
do
all
it.
talk.
I don't think I could do that. I do, like...
Not you.
No. Like, as I said, like, during
we are here for survival only. We're not here for the let's creep in and then see what else happens.
Yeah, like, I may be curious, but I'm not that curious.
Yeah.
You know, if I could just be like, okay, someone set up a video camera.
Because I would love to watch.
I'd love to watch it, but I don't want to witness it in person is the thing. I want to be at least somewhat removed from the situation.
Proxy away with my bucket of popcorn. Yeah. Just watching and being like, you don't go there. Ah! Yeah, everybody knows you die when you go there.
Yeah, like, why did you open that door right now? Like, truly. But, you know, people be doing stupid things.
As they are. Even in anime, they be doing stupid people things.
Stupid things. And so they're kind of like on Kikyo's trail in a way. Mm-hmm. They don't necessarily know that yet, but they're just like, okay, these souls are being taken away. We need to figure out what's happening, how, and like it's probably a demon, so we'll just kind of take care of it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so Miroku is off trying to, quote unquote, check on the younger princess.
Yeah, he's there for the damsel in distress.
Yeah. And Kagome is in the room with the dead princess, and eventually Inuyasha comes and joins her, and you know, they're kind of having a talk, and Kagome leans against Inuyasha, and he's just like, oh, what are you doing that for? Like, gets all, like, flustered about it. And she's like, it's so creepy, like, being in the same room as a dead body, which, real talk.
Sure.
Real talk, I get it. She's like, it just looks like she could just pop up and just come to life. And Inuyasha's just like, what, that's your lame excuse for doing this? And she's like, what are you talking about, lame excuse? Don't be a perv. And he's like, well, what am I supposed to think when you're like skin on skin, which they weren't, you know? Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, so you were being a pervert. And, you know, naturally they argue.
Of course.
And during this time, a weird silvery long fish looking demon comes out. Yeah, and like appears and starts coaxing this dead lady's soul out of her body.
Yeah.
Which, if your soul is still there, then you're technically still alive, okay? Okay.
Not when your flesh is rotting.
Yeah, that.
But okay.
It doesn't make sense. Anyways, so
anime logic.
I know. I have a slight bugaboo. It's fine. So Inuyasha easily takes care of it, slices it up, and the soul stays with the body. Is like, okay, you done did it, fantastic. And the body's all like dramatically floating in the air and shit. And then, I mean, Miroku comes along, and so does the young princess, who is not what Miroku had expected to see. I mean, the poor girl. Poor girl. She's not ugly, but obviously not up to Miroku's standards of beauty, I guess.
Right.
It's fine. So she's all clingy to Miroku, and Miroku's just like, no, please get away, and is running away. And everyone's just kind of bagging on this poor girl, too. She's like, I'm so scared, please, someone protect me. And Miroku's just like, no, fam, you're good. No one's gonna steal your soul. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. But as they're kind of all together, they see more of these long silver fishy demon things carrying off other souls. And so they follow it. And then they go back to Kikyo, who's at like the river's edge or something. And we're going through flashbacks of how she survived the initial fall off the cliff and into the river after being reborn or brought back to life. And Inuyasha had let go accidentally or couldn't help but like have her slip from his grasp. So we flash back to that moment and how she survived the fall and ends up on the riverbank and ends up near this village and living her life there and trying to settle down. And, you know, she's just like, okay, well, come young maiden souls and, you know, I'll take care of you, blah, blah, blah. And that's when the monks come back. They appear with the Dragon Ball. I don't know what else. It's a ball
with
that
the
has
dragon
a dragon on
Yeah,
it.
it is really carved like into its sphericalness.
Yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
And it does glow like an orangey yellow color. So like, you know, maybe a nod. Maybe a nod to Dragon Ball. And this monk is just like, I'm going to send your soul back, like, you poor wandering priestess. I know that you've been dead and I'm here to help, which is very nice of him in a sense. But Kikyo's just like, nah, bruh, I'm not here for it. He summons the dragon from the ball, and it's encasing Kikyo and like wrapped around her, and she looks very stuck. But she's just like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Rips the dragon to pieces, and then the dragon's clawed arm just goes straight to the monk's neck and like pierces into his neck.
It was a little intense.
It is pretty brutal. And Kikyo's just like, yeah, I didn't really want to do that, but you have
Okay,
no
bye.
choice.
Like, yeah.
You know, maybe you should have just let me be and let me do the thing, and you wouldn't be, you know, dead. And he dies. He's succumbed because like, you can't not die if you get pierced that bad through the throat. It's fine. And the other monk just runs away. And so Kikyo goes deeper into like the forest, and more of these silvery, fishy dragon demon things are bringing her more souls. And Kagome ends up following them and ends up going through like this really fancy force field thing that no one else can get through. And it's because Kikyo set up this force field to protect herself from anyone else entering. But because Kagome is a reincarnation of Kikyo and they both share part of Kikyo's soul now. Kagome was able to get through, but Miroku was not. And so Kikyo is seen dramatically draped in the branches of a tree.
Yeah, she was pretty aesthetically placed in there. She was kind of glowing and stuff too.
Yeah, like it was very ethereal aesthetics.
Yeah.
And Kagome just is shocked. She's just like, Kikyo?
I think that's when we got that quote that I really loved, because we are watching it with the like actual English dubs. But Hannah, when we're at her house, she also has subtitles on.
I do.
And what it said in that moment was eerie chime resonating. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm just living for the captions right now, because yes, we can hear it with our own ears. But then you have someone telling you what you're hearing.
I love it.
I'm pretty sure that's when I wrote that down, where I was like, okay.
Yeah, like,
eerie chime resonating. I'm pretty sure that was the moment when she was just kind of limply
just like
entangled with the tree branches.
Yeah, she's just like
where all of her
out.
Body parts were just specially like placed up.
Like a French girl, if you will.
Yeah.
And and so Kikyo's just, I don't know, maybe like, I wouldn't say she's passed out, but she's probably not really conscious, because her body as is pretty weak, and that's why she unfortunately has to summon young maiden souls. That kind of keeps her going.
Same. Just kidding.
I mean, shh. Don't tell them our secrets.
It's how we stay young forever.
Man, honestly, I don't even want to stay young forever.
Same.
Immortality sounds like a real bitch.
It does sound like a huge pain in the ass.
It does not sound like a fun time.
Like, I don't want to have to be doing this shit for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
For forever.
Yeah.
For infinity and beyond. No, thank you.
Yeah, no. Like, I would truly have to be, like, rich as fuck for the end of time in order for me to be like, okay, that wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, even then, eventually I'd be like, okay, I've done everything. I would just like to die now, because now I'm just bored. And that's why vampires are so rich in movies and TV shows. They have a lot of time on their hands.
They have nothing but time but to fuck around. Okay, so we realize that Kikyo is controlling the lost souls of women
and
who have died.
Them. Yeah.
Weird dude from earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, he comes back around. We're coming full circle in this dude's storyline here. Weird dude. Tries to get a hold of her soul. Yep. Kikyo wins. Crushes him. Quite literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kagome's just there in awe that she has found Kikyo and
magnificently doing the thing.
Yeah, and
living her
that's
best life.
Truly where we end that episode, which, I mean, naturally that's just where
it's like a cliffhanger to a cliffhanger.
I know, they always just gotta leave it.
They really do.
Off at these spots where you're just like, no, I feel like you should give me 10 more minutes of episode.
I feel like I don't understand what happened up until like the last like 4 minutes, where I was like, okay, and then it was like the credits start scrolling.
Yeah, and you're just
what?
Like, I know, it feels like after every episode, you're just like, excuse me?
The next episode's going to be like 5 minutes of like previously on Inuyasha. And then they're gonna like show us all these cutscenes from like random shit.
And you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's 10 more minutes of like flashback in the current episode.
I can't.
And then we get to the action and then they're like, okay, bye.
I know. That's how they make all these seasons last so long.
I know. And then also, I mean, I guess that's also kind of a good sign of a good anime when they're just like, they know when to end it to where you're like, I need to know more.
Yeah, I do feel that way.
Yeah, so they've got that going.
And we are coming to a close on this season anyways, because we just did episode 22, and isn't there 27 or 28 episodes?
I think 27.
Yeah, so I think we're coming up close here.
No.
Can you imagine if they leave season 1 off? It's just like the cliffhangerest of all cliffhangers in the entire universe.
I mean, probably.
I do kind of feel like that's their mood. Like I don't feel like the screenwriters know how to write this show without doing that.
Right. Which,
so that'll be interesting because yeah, we're coming right up close to the end here.
Yeah, we are. I know it's gonna happen so fast.
But not fast enough, because then we could talk about another anime.
I know. Yeah, we'll unfortunately, just for your guys' information, we're not gonna finish Inuyasha just yet. We'll finish the first season, then we'll move on to a new anime just to kind of break it up.
Different anime.
We're not talking about Inuyasha for,
the next 17 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also why we're not gonna. Well, there's multiple reasons why we won't dive into One Piece. Mainly because I can't stand
Definitely
the animation
not.
style. And
I've
also
never
there's
seen
like,
it at all.
There's like a good, now, like 1,000 episodes or more.
Oh yeah, no, we're going to watch The Time I Was Reincarnated as a Slime.
Yeah.
That's what we're watching
We're
next.
going to do that.
We've been watching all animes. We will now be watching a Stephanie anime.
Yeah, Stephanie gets to pick.
Stephanie picks the anime now.
Yeah, she's in charge.
So excited.
I'm excited too, because that's the one I haven't seen.
I know. So stick around with us, guys. We're going to get there.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
Baka bye.